If you're a Manchester United fan, it's hard not to get excited about the club's future, right? I mean, there's this fresh energy in the air with Ruben Amorim coming in and shaking things up. The team's looking solid, but let's be real. There is one thing that's missing: a true striker. Someone who can take the ball, run with it, and score goals like it's second nature. And that's where Alexander Isak comes into the picture. The Swedish sensation, currently tearing it up at Newcastle United, would be the perfect fit for Manchester United. Now, before we get ahead of ourselves, let's take a little trip down memory lane, because Isak's journey to the Premier League isn't just one of a lucky break, but of hard work, determination, and a whole lot of talent. Born and raised in Sweden, Isak's love for football started early. Growing up, he was just like any other kid dreaming of playing for a big club, but Isak's talent was different. He stood out from the rest, and it didn't take long for scouts to notice the young forward with the magical touch. Playing for AIK in Stockholm, he quickly became one of the brightest young stars in Sweden. Now, there are players who just make you say, wow, this guy's got potential, and Isak was one of those players. His ability to read the game, make dynamic runs, and put the ball in the back of the net was something special. By the time he was 16, he was already making waves, and it wasn't long before he caught the attention of some big European clubs. But let's be honest, the next chapter of his career was always going to be a big one, because a move to a major European league was inevitable. Fast forward a bit and Isak makes the move to Borussia Dortmund in 2017. Now, talk about pressure, right? A 17-year-old heading to one of Germany's biggest clubs. But rather than let the pressure get to him, Isak took it in stride. Sure, he didn't immediately become a regular starter, but that didn't matter. He kept his head down, worked hard, and when the opportunity came, he took it. His stint at Dortmund wasn't as smooth as he might have hoped. After all, he was competing with some serious firepower in the squad. But his loan move to Willem II in the Eredivisie was where things really clicked for Isak. He was scoring goals for fun and showed everyone just how good he could be. By the time he returned to Dortmund, it was clear: Isak was ready for the big time. That move to the Premier League came in 2022 when he signed for Newcastle United for a cool £60 million. Now, Newcastle was on the rise thanks to their new owners and big ambitions, and Isak was the kind of player they needed. Fast forward to the 2024-25 season, and Isak is a completely different player. He's thriving, absolutely thriving, with 15 goals and 5 assists in just 19 matches. Isak has been nothing short of sensational this season. And let's not even get started on some of the goals he scored, because they've been jaw-dropping. Take that screamer against Arsenal, for example. Isak was practically miles away from the goal, but he unleashed a shot that had everyone, including Arsenal's keeper, frozen in awe. I mean, who wouldn't talk about that kind of goal? It was the kind of goal that would have sent Old Trafford wild if he was wearing a United shirt. And then there was that brilliant header against Chelsea. Powerful, precise, and completely unstoppable. You could almost feel the collective groan from Chelsea fans across the world. But let's be real, Isak at Manchester United would have been absolute dynamite. If he were playing in United's attack this season alongside someone like Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford, we'd be talking about a different kind of threat. Think about it. Isak's ability to score from all positions on the pitch, his link-up play with the midfield, and his physicality would have made United's attack look more dangerous than ever. So what makes him such a good fit for Manchester United under Ruben Amorim? What truly sets Isak apart and makes him such a good fit for Manchester United under Ruben Amorim is his ability to adapt and thrive in multiple attacking roles. Amorim's philosophy is built on fluidity and attacking versatility, where players aren't confined to just one position but are expected to contribute in various ways throughout the game. Isak has shown that he can be effective as a traditional striker, but he's just as comfortable dropping deeper to pick up the ball, link up play, and create chances for his teammates. This fluid movement allows him to be unpredictable, keeping defenders on their toes, and giving United the tactical flexibility that Amorim craves in his system. Whether he's stretching the defense with his pace, making intelligent runs into the box, or dropping into midfield to help build up play, Isak's all-round game fits perfectly with the kind of fluid, high-pressing football that has become Amorim's hallmark. Additionally, Isak's technical ability and confidence on the ball would bring another dimension to United's attacking play. His close control, dribbling skills, and eye for a pass would allow United to maintain possession in the final third and link up play with precision. His composure in front of goal is also a key asset that would add value to United's forward line, giving them a clinical finish they've sometimes lacked in recent seasons. But what makes Isak even more intriguing in this system is his pressing ability. He isn't just a goal-scoring forward, he's a hard worker who presses from the front and puts immense pressure on opposing defenders. This work ethic would align him perfectly with Amorim's emphasis on high pressing and winning the ball back quickly. With Isak leading the charge, Manchester United would not only be more dangerous going forward, but also much more dynamic in their defensive transitions, ensuring that they are constantly a threat in both halves of the pitch. But it's not just about goals and assists. Isak has a unique ability to bring others into the game. His movement off the ball, his awareness of space, and his creativity all make him a dangerous player not just for scoring, but for creating opportunities for his teammates. If Isak were playing in United's system, it would be like having a Swiss Army knife in attack. Versatile, efficient, and able to contribute in multiple ways. Imagine Isak making those intelligent runs and getting on the end of Bruno Fernandes's through ball. You'd have a player who can not only score but also help create the magic for others. Talking about his leadership, a lot of players can talk a big game, but Isak leads by example. He's not a rah-rah type of guy shouting at his teammates. Instead, he's calm, composed, and focused. His work ethic is second to none, and he's the kind of player who shows up when the team needs him the most. That quiet confidence and strong leadership on the pitch would be exactly what Manchester United need in their forward line. When the going gets tough, Isak would be the one stepping up, taking the responsibility and getting things done. Now, leadership on the pitch isn't just about scoring goals or making tackles alone. It's about inspiring those around you, helping lift the team when things aren't going well, and keeping everyone focused on the bigger picture. Isak has that ability to inspire through his actions, not words. And with Manchester United looking to bounce back to their former glory, that's exactly the kind of leadership that would make all the difference. Isak's leadership would also extend to his off-the-pitch presence. He's a player who commands respect without being flashy. His story, rising from humble beginnings to one of the Premier League's most exciting talents, would resonate with fans around the world. It's the kind of story that the marketing department at Manchester United would be all over. Not only would he make an impact on the pitch, but Isak's international appeal would give United's global fan base a major boost. Sweden and Scandinavia as a whole would be even more invested in the club, and Isak's signing would open up new marketing opportunities in that part of the world. But it doesn't stop there. Isak's influence goes beyond just football. As United look to expand their global reach and increase their revenue, Isak could be the perfect figure to help with that. His appeal stretches across Europe and even further into Africa, where his name is becoming more and more recognized. Merchandise sales would skyrocket with his face on United's jerseys, and the commercial opportunities would be endless. From advertisements to partnerships, Isak's presence at United would be a game changer. And let's not forget his ability to draw attention in the media. With his constant impressive performances, he'd be the star that fans and pundits alike would flock to. United's media team would have a field day, and every week there'd be new stories, new highlights, and new ways to promote the club's brand with Isak as its centerpiece. Players across the Premier League have been vocal about Alexander Isak's exceptional abilities this season. His teammates at Newcastle, including key figures like Kieran Trippier and Bruno Guimaraes, have lauded his intelligence, movements, and work ethic. They admire how he seamlessly fits into their attacking plays, whether as the central striker or playing a deeper creative role. Outside of Newcastle, opponents and pundits alike have praised his unpredictability and knack for scoring stunning goals. Isak's honours include multiple domestic and international accolades, with his recent performances solidifying his status as one of the Premier League's brightest talents. But at the end of the day, it's all about what happens on the pitch, right? And Isak's been proven that he's more than just a pretty face with good marketing. His goal-scoring ability, combined with his football IQ and leadership, would make him the perfect addition to a United squad that's building for the future. He's got the skills, the mentality, and the international appeal that United need to rise back to the top. The future's looking bright, and with Alexander Isak in the team, Manchester United could be just one step away from regaining their spot at the top.